Hey guys, before we get into the episode today, I wanted to hop on to let you guys know some of the offerings we have here at DVI. Firstly, we have an upcoming retreat this August. It will be an in-person retreat in our facility in Mantin, Malaysia. It'll be 2 weeks long with Dhyan Vimal himself. So you get the opportunity to learn directly from him and ask him all your questions. Our facility in Mantin is absolutely beautiful. It's on an 8-acre orchard, so that means tons of fresh fruit. We have a beautiful saltwater pool and tons of wellness activities for you to enjoy. If you're interested in the retreat, we'll link it all down below. But if you guys are looking for something more preliminary, something you can do from your home, we have a ton of online courses which you can find on our website. Firstly, we have the LSDL program, Living a Self-Determined Life program that happens every weekend and is completely free. You just need to sign up on our website. We also have the 6 Ride program, which is a self-study course. This one is also available on our website. It's a paid course, but you get a little bit more of an in-depth learning. You guys are also going to be hearing this first, but we will soon be announcing a 2-day Lessons in Meditation online program with DV himself. This will be happening on the 20th and 21st of July. It's totally free. You just need to sign up and we'll hopefully see you there. Okay, enough of my yapping. Let's get back to your regular scheduled programming. Okay, you ready?
Ready?
Okay, so there's no topic today.
No topic?
No topic.
Okay.
Today's just a chit-chat, catch-up. What's going on? We're in the month of June. This will come out in July. So what's up? What's been going on the past 6 months in your life?
My life?
Yeah.
Nothing much.
Nothing much? Okay, I have some topics that we can discuss. Let's talk about some cultural things happening in the world.
Cultural things?
Like the American election.
Mm-hmm.
You've been following it.
Right.
What's up? What are your thoughts?
No, America has set itself up as the gold standard, a problem. We are not bothered about France's election. We are not bothered about
That's true.
Belgium or India.
Well,
America
a bit
set
of the
itself
UK.
as the gold standard. And they are not living up to the mark.
No, Trump is back. He's also been already charged. So does that mean he can still run or he has to drop out?
No, he still can run. They say even can be a president from the prison. So I don't know about all that. But I will say this, you want chit-chat, right? I think must be very careful what is the gold standard. I think another gold standard is needed. See, when America exploded after the First World War, and then the Second World War is the only country that was not bombed, except for Pearl Harbor. They had everything, the economy boomed. They had Europe was rebuilding itself, Japan is gone, Asia was just coming out of colonization. So, it had a leap. It had a impact.
A head start almost.
No, there was no bombing. Nobody dropped a bomb except for Hiroshima. No, not for Hiroshima. I'm talking about Pearl Harbor. They didn't drop. So it was intact. So the economy boomed and it became a supplier of the world. And slowly with Hollywood, with their rhetoric, with their politics, they set themselves as the gold standard. I think it's time to reevaluate it. It almost feels like there's no other world except America.
It's because America is in like late stage capitalism is what they say. Like there's a sweet spot in capitalism, which is probably during that time where everybody, like you can climb up socioeconomically and all that. You literally can't do that anymore.
It's like a sweet spot in any business. If you're in first, there's a sweet spot, maybe 10, 15 years, you grow. Then the competition comes and then you plateau out. It's probably where they are. But you see, America is the spotlight on. Russia, we switch off the light. China, we switched on. Now we put some candles. India was forgotten as some ancient stuff.
Yeah, but India also, they had the elections and the same guy won again, right?
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about spotlight. How about South America? Africa, they switched off the light.
Actually, in Mexico, they just got a prime minister or president, I'm not sure which one they have, that she's Jewish, but she's pro-Palestine. So it's like, I find it she's really forward-thinking.
No, but I go back to the chit-chat again, the question. The whole world, I speak that language. I am conditioned from birth to admire American TVs, American movies, American values. What I have to say to America is,
I do think it's changed. I saw this clip right the other day, and this guy, this white American guy, was walking somewhere in Middle East or something, and these guys, like these merchants on the street, were like, "Oh, where are you from?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm from America," and he was like, "Oh, the terrorists." And then it was like, damn, that's a role reversal, isn't it?
Right. No, but the thing is, be very careful. Maybe what I'm trying to point out is, be very careful what we spotlight, because our consciousness goes there. A lot of things what people don't understand about consciousness. There's many definitions of consciousness, but listen to my definition. Consciousness is what you're conscious of. And whatever you're conscious of, what are the things you're becoming unconscious of? Right? I put a light here. Everywhere else is dark. So as much as I'm conscious, I'm also becoming unconscious. Right? So the spotlight on America, I think it's time to dim it. There are other countries to admire. There are other places to
I mean, they
to
are
look at.
definitely becoming less and less of that figure that they held for
Yeah.
so long. Like, people are like completely like, they're not blind to it
Yeah.
anymore. But I think it's like just interesting now in America that like last 4 years ago when Biden won the election, it was like at a time where he was like still like a figurehead for a liberal future for America after Trump. But now Biden is so pro-Israel. He is, what's wrong with him?
Yeah.
Actually, what's wrong with him? Is he just old?
No, it's what he's surrounded with.
He's just like, it's like he lost it.
Yeah.
He's like, he's not there. Have you seen the videos of him? It literally looks like they've reanimated him and he's like,
No, that's the thing, something about mental capacity decline. But also you must understand, Biden is the head. You don't know all the thing that is moving him.
that's true.
right?
But then like now it's like, I'm curious how it's going to go. I kind of feel like Trump will win again because liberals don't like Biden. And if the liberals are divided, they're not going to necessarily vote for Trump, but they're not going to vote for Biden. And then,
But maybe in some sense, Trump should win. Then finally we can dim the light on America and look at somewhere else to
that's
to
true.
emulate, to look at, and to say maybe we need another role model. We need another country to emulate.
That's
You
true.
see, everybody's looking for something. Everybody's in the dark. They're looking at the light.
Mm.
Where we shine is all there is.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Right? So maybe it's time to highlight maybe China, maybe India, maybe Europe. I definitely think some parts of Europe needs to be highlighted, that they can show, oh my God, this is how it can be.
You know, now in France is going to hold, is France going to hold the Olympics? Yeah, right? Yeah, so they're going to have the Olympics, something big there is happening in France. And so they spent 1 billion euros trying to clean up the Seine. Remember the river Seine in Paris? But it's not, I think they're spending it and the French people, you know how French people love to protest? They're protesters. They're having a protest now where they're asking the French people to come together and take a poop in the river. Isn't that crazy?
Only a French people can. And maybe we can learn something from them. Maybe should not highlight that too much.
But French people, they be protesting.
Yeah.
If they don't like something, they're gonna say it.
But the point you're bringing up, wherever we shine the light, we tend to flow there. So I think we have to be very conscious on what we become conscious of, because it comes with the blindness. Awareness is something else, Awareness is not conscious. It's not consciousness. Awareness is all inclusive, 360 degree. Consciousness is like a headlight. So I think the world is seeing the effect of something being highlighted like this, like in the name of independence and freedom and whatever. We also see the error of that, no? We don't want to codepend anymore. It also becomes you do your thing, I do my thing. We also are destroying that. So maybe the chit-chat.
You always get so deep. I'm just trying to be like silly and you're so
We can be silly too. Okay, let's get silly.
Okay, let me tell you about something silly that's happened in America. Okay,
Right.
back to America. But have you heard of Gypsy Rose Blanchard? Blanchard? Have you heard of her? Okay, so she's this girl. It's this murder case from quite a few years ago. She's a young girl. Her mother committed Munchausen's by proxy.
But
Munchausen's,
yeah.
however you say it, by proxy on her. Munchausen's, whatever. Between you and I.
Moonchowder.
Stop it. We're not gonna...
Moonchowder. I will have that spicier.
Oh my God, I'm going to cut that out.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, whatever. So she was a young girl, so her mother pretended that she was sick. The Habitat for Humanity even built them a house. She shaved her head. She put her all of this. This girl met this guy, and the two of them killed the mother. And she went to jail.
Right.
This year, she came out of jail. She had her release. And she has become an instant icon. She is loved in America now. And she's just like, slay, yas queen. She's like, first thing I want to do is have a hot girl summer after jail. And I want to smoke cigarettes and go on dates with my boyfriends. Isn't that crazy? You haven't heard of any of this?
No, I heard about the murder. I heard about that.
Yeah, that case is very
but I didn't
famous.
Know this.
That she's out and she's a pop culture icon.
Okay. And what light we are shining using her? Maybe if your mother abused you to kill her? No, I don't think so. No.
It's so funny. And then she's like, she had a husband and then she divorced, broke up with him, and now she's back with the guy who convinced her to kill her mother.
He didn't go to jail?
He's in jail for life.
Wow.
Yeah, she got a lesser sentence because what her mother did to her was really messed up.
Yeah.
She didn't even know how old she was. She thought she was like 12 years old. She was 18 years old or something like that. Like really, really messed up.
Right.
Anyway, I just want to tell you that story. I guess that's not that interesting. Let's move on.
Look at my response.
Nothing. Not giving me anything. Okay, let's talk about our personal lives. Let's tell them about
personal life.
Yeah, let's tell them about the temple.
What about the temple?
Tell us about the story of your temple here. For God's sakes, do you know how to have a chit-chat?
Okay, it's a chit-chat. We have a temple in the farm. It's a Amman temple, a Mangalambike temple. The goddess is represents all to come right. And something beautiful happened about the temple. I was studying with the priest and looking into the temple. Not that I'm very familiar with temples. I've studied a lot about the Siddhas, but not the temple. As I studied, I look at it, I realized one thing. There's one incredible secret behind the temple is what? No. You go do puja first to Ganesha. Ganesha is the resting of our musk, our anger, our violence, our ego, our arrogance, right? And you are praying for everybody's musk to rest. So Ganesha represents the existence of musk rested. And I'm praying for everybody's musk to rest first. Then you go to Lord Muruga. You go to Lord Muruga and you actually bow and pray for everybody's life to have victory. Everybody should have a personal victory. Then you go and pray to the Amman, the Mangalambike, and you offer milk and you offer this day pour. And she is the mother for all, like existent. Mangalambike represents existence. So you pray for everybody to be held, and then you go to Shiva and you pray to Shiva. You pray for everybody to reach to a state of no self. And then you sit with the Nandi and pray for you. Wow. The formula is what, no? Unless I wish well for all, I cannot wish for me. I was like,
for all?
Wow. For all.
I don't want to wish well for some people.
No choice. It's like once a story happened, no? Bodhidharma, a disciple who's been learning with Bodhidharma comes to Bodhidharma and said, Bodhidharma, like what you said, after meditation, I say my love with everything, animal, birds, beasts, everything. But my neighbor, I cannot. Bodhidharma said, then forget about meditation. This temple is that, no? So I am saying this temple, since it's our temple, this temple, 365 days forever, hopefully, we will do puja for the wellness of all with this understanding. Only when I wish all well, I can wish for myself. Only when I give to all, I can receive something for myself. And it is a goddamn science. Do you know that they discovered a science? That means in ancient time, when they built a temple, it built on a principle that come, wish everybody well, wish everybody's, ego to rest, and then go ask for you. And I'm like, oh my God. That's the science behind temple. And it's the science of life, you know. You cannot ask anything for you unless you're willing to offer it of all. You see, now we are doing the 48-day Homa. And it's a personal temple. It's not a public temple. It's my temple. And for my students' temple.
Yeah, so basically like, I guess you got into the hella deep part of it, but the history of the temple is that it was already here when we bought the land.
Yeah. And I promised the guy who sold me that I'll
Take care
of it, and suddenly it became.
It's literally huge.
No.
It's literally huge.
Can be huger.
Oh God. Of course. It's
No,
huge.
but it kind of found its way. I won't say I built it. It happened by itself. But it's a personal temple. It's not open to public. It's just for us. But what I'm excited to share, we're chit-chatting, right? When you do the 48-day Homa, what do? You go and you do the ceremony on the fire ceremony, and you offer to the fire. You offer.
I got burnt.
Little bit. The whole idea is, and so beautiful when they offer, they use the word swaha. Swaha is the wife of the fire.
Yeah.
And swaha is the smoke that goes up. And I said, why is the smoke? You know why he said when the smoke goes up, it becomes the cloud.
Carries the message.
But according to them, it carries them. But the principle is it goes up, becomes the cloud, and it rains.
And look at that. The wife always has to do the work.
And it
How
rains,
apt.
And it rains and you receive. So the principle behind it is this, unless I wish for all, I cannot earn the right to wish for me. And this temple will hold that. I will do a Friends to Mankind Homa on a regular basis. It's very simple, just an intent. Whether people believe, doesn't matter. An intent, a prayer for all to be well with the understanding. Only when I offer all of me to the all, I can ask something for myself. And I love the principle.
I love the principle too, but what if I'm just like, I hope everybody gets what they deserve.
That is in play too. Because if you don't offer to everything, you're not going to get anything. So you get what you deserve too.
And
right?
I got into uni. I
hate this chit-chat. I'm not good with chit-chats. I'm not a chit-chat
3
kind of guy.
days after my prayer, I got into uni.
Oh, a few days after prayer?
Yeah.
She drank the Kool-Aid. She drank the Kool-Aid. But can you imagine when they envision it, when they birthed it? To me, whether there's God, no God, it doesn't matter, no. But the principle is so beautiful. It is.
It's just like a karma sort of principle.
No, it's like a brain thing, If I can offer this to you, if I wish you to be happy, then I can wish
it's
myself
like you're not
happy.
special, basically.
Yeah. You wish all, then you can wish for yourself. So I'm very, very excited about the temple. You know why? I wanted something that will hold a quorum. Like in what I'm doing, people come and always ask me. How about me? I'm hurt. I'm this. I want to be happy. I want to be this. I want to be this. You can ask, provided that you have offered yourself to all, then ask. If you haven't offered yourself to all, how can you ask for me and how can I give it to you?
That's fair.
So chit-chat, how you think your life is going to be in London?
Party, club, another club,
I'm going to send a private eye, I'm going to put him on my permanent payroll. He's going to give me a report. Anba said he will volunteer.
I'm not as naughty as I was when I went to New York. You know, it's crazy. I
don't know. I
won't tell you. Don't worry. I also don't even want to remember. 10 years later, I'm going to London.
10 years later? Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
I was 18 when I moved to New York, which now thinking back is like so young.
Yeah.
But yeah, 10 years later. It's crazy. Wow. At this point, I'm moving in 2 months. So I got a bit of backlog of episodes now. Don't worry, guys. We'll keep... Somebody commented that, looks like she got rejected so that she could keep giving us more episodes of the podcast. I was like, please don't put that vibe out there. I must still give you the episodes even if I'm not here.
But how is the reach of the episodes? Pretty good?
Good. Pretty good. Good always could be better. It's a slow build, lah.
I get people recognizing me on the street. And
I know, that's
I'm listening
crazy.
to you. I'm like, wow. The other day somebody was saying something amazing. I was like, what? Really? I'm like, wow.
I know.
Yeah.
Some of my silliest friends are like, oh my God, I started following your dad. He just makes sense. And I was like, he doesn't make any sense to me. So are you gonna miss me?
I think so.
Well, you're gonna have Jackaroni. I've been living in Malaysia now for 7 years.
Wow.
Since I came back from uni. That's crazy.
But London is how many hours flight?
12?
I think we can
It's
survive.
not that far. It's not that far.
It's one flight, right? Non-stop.
Yeah, you can do a
I think
non-stop
we can
flight.
do that.
Oh my god, let's talk about the planes. Let me talk to you about my conspiracy theory. Okay, guys, I'm going to put a disclaimer that this is all not fact. This is my opinion. So there's like a conspiracy theory against Boeing that I'm 100% indoctrinated in. And nobody in my life is allowed to fly Boeing. I don't care if the flight is 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 ringgit more expensive. You're paying it because you're not going to get in that flight. Because Boeing is an evil American company. America, yet again. I guess they're the problem.
This girl can get me into all kinds of trouble, you know.
No, and the Boeing airplane, the whistleblowers came out and said, no Boeing 777 and 747 is safe to fly. And have you seen the headlines? Have you seen the headlines?
What headline?
The plane, one plane is falling, another plane is there's sparks flying out of it. At least 10 planes in the past 2 months have had to go home within like a few hours because it's like some shit's going down.
You see, she's chit-chatting. It's okay. I listen to her. But what is the FDA, right? Not FDA is food, right?
FDA is food, but they
What's another one? The aircraft?
Not NDA.
Not NDA. There's
NRA.
also this
NRA.
Not NRA.
What?
NRA is the gun one. There's this flying federation, right? Who looks after
Let me look
the
it up.
safety of aircrafts and all that, right?
Flying Federation. The Intergalactic Federation?
Not Intergalactic Federation. Intergalactic Federation.
The World Flying... No, this is the World Flying Disc Federation. Okay, let's forget the name of it. You go on.
No, there is an association that governs the entire
Yeah, I'm sure.
air industry, right? They can ground stuff. I'm going to trust them. I don't know about this conspiracy theory.
You're not... What do you think about conspiracy theories, though?
I don't even know what aircraft I get into and get out. And I don't know whether it's Boeing or Airbus or who the hell knows. I just get in and get out.
Airbus only.
Okay.
We're only flying Airbus, baby.
Okay.
I'm gonna get on that Airbus, baby.
Airbus better send me some free tickets.
Honestly.
Okay. Some other conspiracy theory.
You're not into that conspiracy theory?
No. Too careless to talk about it.
I don't think it's... Actually, I really, really believe it. Because the whistleblowers have died. They've died. They've actually died.
Yeah.
They're killing them. So, you know when they start killing people, they want something.
No, I remember being your age. So I'm going to let it slide. I remember being your age. Like there was a shooter in the grassy knoll and it's...
Wait, in what?
The Kennedy's assassination is a second gunman.
Oh, that's what they think? Probably true.
Probably.
Probably true.
Yeah. I'm trying not to go deep, you know.
Get deep. Get deep about it.
I think we selectively are suspicious and we selectively vote for Trump.
Oh!
Can you imagine? They will selectively, I think Boeing is bad. I think this is bad. I heard this rumor. Onion is bad for you, or green mango is bad for you or something. And then, but they'll believe Trump. I think there's this problem, you know, we selectively, because we have an unconscious intent.
It's called being a living contradiction.
No, it's about
Being
you
an
just
idiot?
finding an argument for something you already pre-concluded.
Oh, no, I've definitely fully concluded that I
Don't want to fly Boeing.
don't want to fly Boeing.
Okay, we'll avoid Boeing.
We'll avoid Boeing at all costs.
Okay, that's a family thing. Okay,
That's a family decision.
We are not Boeing people.
We're not Boeing people.
Yeah.
But so this is again the first time in 7 years that me and Aishi won't be in Malaysia. Lah. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Do you think you'd ever move?
Me move?
Yeah. Out of the country?
Cannot permanently. I've built this place. But I'm setting up a place in Europe for certain. So I will come to Europe and live there. A couple of months a year for sure. But how will it be without you guys being around? Not sure. Let's see. Can't speculate. Maybe we all will get up, you and your mother and I go like, yeah, you're finally out. I don't think so.
Yeah.
What kind of episode is this?
It's just a chit-chat episode.
It's a chit-chat.
What else has been going on? What else is up? How have you been feeling? How's the life? What's the tea?
Nothing going on.
Nothing going on.
Construction going on.
Construction going. Okay, let's talk about something else. So we were watching this documentary. I was watching it. It was just in the background for you, which is a Dallas cheerleader documentary. We were talking about performers. And so a big thing about performance, right, that you can see a lot, it's exemplified in this documentary is that you can be feeling sad, you can be upset, you can be injured, you can be all of those things. But when you go out onto the field and you're performing, you are representing something bigger than you, and you are smiling, and your kick is exactly at this angle, and you hit all of your things. And I was telling you that I feel like if a person has never done this sort of performance sport, especially team performance sport, with dance and things like that, you cannot understand putting yourself truly aside for the team.
You see, I love this subject, You see, when people only know the personal, they don't understand the bigger part of them. A lot of people who have never done that. Let's say if I'm going to go up on a stage to speak in front of 1,000 people, or if I have to do something, what I feel absolutely doesn't matter. There's something more at stake. At that moment, I wake up to the bigger part of me. Most people are just lost in the small part. I saw that clip with you, the cheerleaders,
the cheerleaders,
Dallas cheerleaders. When they say, I have to put my sadness aside, why are you identifying that the sadness is you, the bigger part is not you? When she goes up there and she wakes up and she puts a performance, isn't that you too? You see, there's a confusion, I am my little hurt, my little feeling, my little emotion. Rarely we wake up to recognize, you take Mandela for an instant, or anybody, world leader, they are more than the personal, They are more than the personal. They have to wake up to that role. It's like a policeman and he puts on his uniform. He is more than the person. But we think the personal is us, the bigger is not you. And so when you ask me, how am I? I'm like, what? There might be, I might have a headache, I might have something. But that's the smaller part of me. You see, like this, when you're alone, it's just the personal. When you're together, it's something bigger. I hold you, you hold me. I have to wake up to be what you need me to be. And I think a lot of people have a problem. They make the personal the only truth there is. Like when I'm up on a stage and somebody once asked me, which is real, Master? When you're up on the stage talking or when you're down there chit-chatting with us? I said the stage is more real than I'm chit-chatting. That is more real. That is more essential. That is the bigger part of me. This is the silly part of me. And the silly part of me is not all of me. This is the real
and
me.
I think it's also nice that if people have never experienced it, I feel like they can't quite understand. Even as a team, even just say you're going on stage, just say Anba's doing the music, this person is doing the lighting, that person is doing everybody, bad mood, whatever, in that moment, they're focused, they're on. That the kind of base level part of you is put aside, which is kind of nice. Even when you it's the best, even when you dance.
It's the best part of you.
It's the best part.
So the best part of you is putting the personal aside.
Exactly. Even when you dance, even when you audition to be number one, you got number 4. You just were not good enough to be number 1. You still can put that aside to give the best show.
That's it. And I'm telling you, try to grasp this. You're bringing up something beautiful, Don't let the personal limit you only to that. Reach out and find the universal too. If you don't mind me using that word. If not, the personal will dismiss the universal. Then you don't know what you are for all. The personal is preference. I like this food. I'm moody today. I'm feeling out. I'm feeling down. I'm feeling this. These are just emotions. These are just movement. But what it needs is the bigger. So can I say, for a lot of people who have not done that, they are not in contact with the bigger part of them.
Yeah.
Like a mother is more than the woman, you know. The mother is bigger than the woman. She puts the woman aside and wakes up to be a mother. That's the grand, the more. And the absence of the more. You see, like we are talking, I link it with the chit-chat earlier. When you talked about America, America is more than a country, you know. And that they have to take responsibility. You became popular. You set the trend.
They monopolize the media.
You control everything. Now you are responsible. You got to behave more. So if we judge Trump, come on, you see, if Malaysia say, the Prime Minister say, I represent only Malaysian, I can understand. We're a small country. America cannot say that. You must represent the world. But then don't say America is only for America. Then you're contradicting yourself. Then you say America first. What are you talking about? So there is a policy. Anbar stands there in films. He represents more than himself. He represents the audience. He represents everything. And when you choose not to accept that as you are betraying yourself. Like this, you know, you Apshy, but you're my daughter. You also must represent this. You're not just Apshy, you're also my daughter. That's the bigger. And you're also somebody's grandchild, and someday will be somebody's wife. And are you willing to? I'm telling you, a lot of people, and they cheat, you know, they cheat. They deny the bigger to make it only the personal. Like there's an East, you know, we are chit-chatting, right? I can put something in. People come and they want to be my disciple. I said, do you understand what it means to be my disciple? You represent more than you. You represent this entire effort. You cannot be a disciple and reduce it to you. A disciple who's saying, it's like Eula. You represent you, but you represent me. I was telling Aishi the other day, when she gets an award, an Academy Award, I'm going to go and take it. I'm representing Aishi Vimal. Thank you very much. Because I am part of it too. She carries me too. Now, a lot of people sneakily reduce it. They say they cannot be part. They say Paul's book, How to Build a Winning Team, right? Yeah. I tell you, it hits so many notes, I don't know how to describe. It is finding the bigger part. That's the rower. Rower is finding the bigger part of you to know the role you play. You have to, like, if I am doing anything, I must bring to my best of ability light to my masters, pride to my masters. I must in some way validate my masters. And when I do anything, I must remember that. If not, it's just personal. I think for a lot of people, that is not that you had it when you're dancing or when you go out, you're Dhyan Vimal's daughter. You have to carry that. Have you seen King's heritage? The father, the son. They carry a burden. A lot of people think that's a burden, you know. I just want to reduce to my personal. I just want to make it about me, I. And what is the personal? These silly things. My preference, my mood, my this one, my that one. By that, the bigger is missing. Like we go back to the earlier chit-chat. I don't know whether you're going to keep it, but America is not personal. Malaysia can be personal. Even Malaysia is not personal. We are a multiracial country. We are a beacon for the world to see how so many races can live perfectly together. I have to emphasize that. We as a Malaysian, I hold this right that Muslim, Indian, Chinese, many races, we live without segregation. Right? We hold that. That's for the more, right? So, isn't your beauty the more of you? But I'm saying by having the more, you don't have to dismiss the less. But don't let the less dismiss the more. Like in the East, they first thing ask, whose son are you? Do you know in India, I can be whatever I want. I write great poetry, I write a book. The first thing they ask, who's your guru? Say, who's your guru? Only then you say who you are, you know. There's a Dattatriya's poem, you know, about his mantra. It's Attri Putran. Dattatreya, this is Dattatreya, the man who wrote as good as Einstein. He is mentioned as Atri's Putran. That means he's Atri's son. That means they are recognizing the more of you. They don't want to just know you. My grandmother used to say this, and I said, you will love it. You're going to love my grandmother. She said, Pacha kuttadavanukku picha podada. That means the one who hasn't tattooed, when he's begging for food, don't even give food. Because you know why? She had a tattoo, and the tattoo represents the entire clan. It's like their identification card. So they take a side. They say, I belong to this clan. This is my heritage. This is my family. This is my column. This is my kotram. She says, if you do not declare how you are a part of the Mo, if let's say you don't want to declare you're part of the Mo, when you are begging, don't even give him food. My grandmother used to jokingly say, Pacha kuttadam picha podadra. That means you are not representing all. Like if you see Olympics, they represent the country, not the individual alone, Right? So, I think there is a movement. And I think I was telling Emma. Mei means little sister, she is. Emma, I was telling Emma, the problem with therapy is many times they make the small all.
Yeah.
Like your mother beat you. It's your mother, move on. Don't make the beating separate. It's just your mother, leave it alone. If your dog accidentally beat you, it's your dog, come on. The bigger. I think the personalization happens because you can't find the Mo. Right? She's smiling because it's not a chit-chat.
Keep going.
The personalization is because the Mo, or you don't want to be part of the Mo.
That's what I think a lot of people it is though. They don't want to be part of the team. Or they want to do the bare minimum. Because why should I?
Yeah. So when you're in London, you're going to be my daughter too, right?
Yeah, some nights.
Sometimes. Like some people say, I want an individual. There's no such thing. Like, it's all bullshit work. I want my own knowledge. We are all like, see, if I'm painting, my painting can be unique, but it's in the world of art. Photography, it's in the world of photography. I might have my own thing. So I go back to my disciple. So I tell the person, want to be my disciple? Yeah. Now you know you're part of my entire heritage. You have the responsibility to uphold my entire lineage, this study, this value. You cannot reduce it only to you and for it to be made only personal. Doesn't sound like a chit-chat.
No, but it also sounds like that's what people do though.
What they do?
That's what people do though.
They come and they reduce everything to them.
Or they want to keep it to themselves.
And you know what? That is wrong.
Yeah.
That is wrong. That is violation.
That is the antithesis of your temple revelation.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. This is a temple episode. I love, it's one of my biggest insight I've got lately. I'm like, I kept watching, studying, reading. I'm like, oh my God, this is what they envision. Come and be for all. Once you have done the right for all, go ask for you. And it's a science, it's not a belief. It doesn't matter whether there is God or no God. But in principle, that's how it works. It's a science.
It makes sense.
So what do you think? You're going to be staying on in London?
I don't know. We'll see if I like it. We'll see when I come back in December and we do an episode. I'll be like, hello guys, my name's Apshy. Okay, but no, I can't get the accent.
I suddenly will have the accent, no? My daughter is in London. I have a rather British accent.
I have a rather British accent.
I shall speak like J. Krishnamurti, rather have
a very posh accent.
Very posh accent.
We live in Chelsea.
We don't fly Boeing.
We don't fly Boeing over here. We don't support killing your mother.
Well, we can debate on that, but let's move on.
Maybe just in the context of your mother.
Yeah. Leave my mother out of it.
I think that's enough.
I think so. It's a little chit-chat.
Okay, this was a silly one.
What this girl makes me do.
Sometimes we just gotta chit-chat. We go into so many heavy topics, and the topics are so insular And we give a little tidbit about our lives and
What
things
is the
like
meaning
that.
of insular?
They're so within themselves.
Oh,
They're
okay.
like, one topic that's contained. And
Right.
sometimes we talk about our lives and all that, but it's nice to give a little.
I think I'm going to go buy a yacht.
Okay, sure.
I want to go diving.
Me too. Diving is so scary. It's so
We
fun.
do shallow diving. Don't go more than 15 meters.
If
10,
you don't
12.
have to like, what's it when you get your pressure, right? If you don't have to do that,
Decompress.
it's okay. But when you have to sit there for 5 minutes and you're like, let's get out of here.
That's when you go like 25 meters. I always say the shallow dives are good, 10 meters, because that's where everything is clear, water is clear. I'm a bit of...
But it's always so crazy how disoriented you get in the ocean.
Yeah.
Did you hear this theory that they found another ocean at the end of the ocean? Yeah. And that ocean that they found is bigger than all our oceans combined.
Huh?
Yeah. And so that's why they said that it's at the core of the earth.
Oh.
That's where I came from.
Okay, guys. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.